Okay guys, so welcome back to my YouTube channel, FXBASE. So what I have for you today, I have some synthetic indices. So today I'm just going to go through a very few pairs and actually show you that my trading strategy actually works across the board. Doesn't matter where you're using it, maybe crypto, commodities, currencies, synthetic indices. I just use that same trading method or trick, and it works. So normally on synthetic indices, I use the 30 minutes time frame to enter my trades. So as you can see here guys, this is how the volatility 50 is looking. So as if you watched my previous videos, I talked about the demand and supply line. You have to first identify the demand and supply line so that you actually see when your trend breaks below that demand and supply line, comes back up, then you can start looking for what, for your buy positions. The opposite is true if you're looking for sell positions. So I'll first identify my highest area. Okay, and this is my low area. So I'll identify my demand and supply line that is around this area. So what is the demand and supply line? This is the line that was that is actually touched many times. So as you can see, the trend was actually above here, above, went up, down touched, up, down touched the second time, up, down touched third time, before it broke below. As you can see here, it retested around this area, came down, did it again. So what are we waiting for? We're waiting for it to break above this line here. Okay, so okay, let me just remove everything. So what did I say? I said you first identify this area, your highest area, then your lowest area, then you identify your demand and supply area or line that is here. So I'm waiting for this to break above. So I don't only consider this trend breaking above so that I can look for position. I also need to draw my trend like this. Okay, so let me just clone this and put it here. As you can see, this is where my trend is. So what am I waiting for are two things: breaking above my demand and supply line, then breaking outside the what, this trend that I've drawn. So what am I saying? I'm saying I'm waiting for this to come here, break, maybe give me a form of a structure here of a retest, then actually look for what, for buying position to the what, the downside. This is another way of taking this trade, but other way is I can, okay, let me just rob this. Okay, let me just remove this drawing. Okay, let me just leave it. Or another thing that you might look for is for a candle close above this area. Okay, we have a candle that is closing above, then we can enter our what, our position from here. Okay, or maybe around this area, then a stop loss. Okay, then again have a stop loss around this area, then this is going to be what, your target around here. So this is how I would enter this trade if it was to, if it breaks above, maybe give me sort of like a structure, or I can actually wait for the candle to close above. So if you enter on the close of the candle up outside of this structure, the retest may come, the retest may not come. It might actually shoot up to the upside just like that. So there are two things that you actually need to wait for: the candle closing above. So the structure or the retest that is going to be there, you actually know this trend is actually what, it's retesting. So after every retest it may go up. So when you see a retest after you've entered maybe on the close of the candle, don't be surprised or think maybe it's reversing or what. That is how it is actually what it actually behaves. So why am I using a candle closing above and maybe a structure? I'm saying, do you need to use those two things so that you make sure that you don't miss out on this what on these trades? You're actually on point and entering your trades at the right time using the right what the right method. So let me just move to the next page. So this is how I would break it down for you guys. So this is as simple as it can get. So guys, make sure you go through this method. You actually find ways of actually encompassing this method in what in your trading or in your trading strategy, so that you guys make some profits, some consistent. But this is a very simple strategy that you can use, other than maybe drawing some maybe many lines on the chart and using so many indicators and trends and whatsoever. This is pure price action. This is the market nature approach. The structures, we are using the structures, guys, the patterns. That is what we're actually using. Market nature approach. This is the market nature approach. This is as simple as it can get. Okay, so let me jump to the next page. Maybe I'll just analyze two pages for you guys and call it a day. Okay, so I'm on the fatality 100. So we can, okay, so let me just break this structure for you and actually show you guys what actually made this trend to move from around here to this area. So if you have noticed, this is our demand and supply line, and the next thing that we do when we see a demand and supply line, we draw our trend. Okay, so I'm going to put my trend line around this area. Okay, so just put it like this and let me clone it. So this is the trend. So what happened here, guys, is our trend came here, failed to break, went down, and it formed this double bottom. If you notice, then it actually what broke, give us a small retest around this area, then it went up, retested here, failed to break, and down, and what, and finally broke our structure. So around here, as I said in my previous video, or if you watched my videos, is we're waiting for two things: a break of our demand and supply line, and the break of what of our trend. So on this pair, what happened is we broke our trend line before we broke our structure. So if we broke our trend line, we're also waiting for this demand and supply line to be what to be broken again. So we place our trade around this area. Okay, here, then this will be our target, this area, and this is where you would put your what your stop loss. Let me just remove this drawing, guys, so that it becomes clear for you. Okay, let me delete this to keep the charts smart. Delete this, okay, remove this, then remove again this one here, this one, and as well as this one. Okay, so this was a double bottom here. So if you see a double bottom, you know that we're actually going what to the upside. Okay, so one thing that I like about synthetic indices is they complete their moves. So if you see this whole move, this trend here, this move was actually completed. Okay, like this. This actually shows you that, guys, if you are here, expect this to make that same movement to the upside, the same way it did to the to the downside. If you can check here, you can see the target was set. It may take maybe a long time. So sometimes it may take a very long time to complete the setup, but it at the end of the day it completes the setup. As long as you're using this method that I'm showing you right here, it completes the method no matter what. guys, no matter what, it completes the setup. So this is where you're putting your stop loss, and this is where you're putting your target. You don't have to put maybe take profit 1, take profit 2, or take profit 3, hoping that it may reverse to the downside and maybe go to the downside and maybe to lose. What I can tell you is, guys, if it is now in profit and it has maybe moved a couple of pips in your favor, you may put your stop loss on break even, only on break even. That's what I can tell you, guys. Not TP1 or TP2, just your break even. You can put a stop loss on break even, then you take profit on what that is going to be your target. That only, guys, can do the magic for you. Trust me on this one. Okay, so let me just show you something here. So what am I saying on this trade? Let me say you have a downtrend coming like this. Okay. Let me just make it clear. Okay. Okay, let me just find where there is some better space to show you. Okay, so let's say you have a trend, something like this. Okay, something like this. This is just to show you guys what am I saying and how am I using this strategy. Okay, you have a trend behaving in this manner. Came down, came up, down, up. That is where you identified your trend, started playing within 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 your trend, started playing in the trend. We became here, did this, did this, did this, finally broke, did maybe this, did this, did this, then it went up like this. So what am I saying? I'm saying if you have something like the form, you can see this is the area that was I know it's not the best drawing, but this is just to show you guys. Okay, so it might have did this, so we can see it touched here, 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 then it finally went below, went back up, retested this area before it broke. So what am I saying is, you look for a position after it is broken out of your trend and what above your demand and supply line, then you can put a stop loss maybe below this, then this is your target. Okay, I hope it is clear. I know it's not the best chart, but I hope you actually got what am I saying, get the idea. So this method it's very simple, guys. Use this method. Okay, let me just show you one more time. We have a trend like this. Okay, so let me just use the arrows, maybe they're just better. So a trend come from here. Okay, let me just extend it a little bit to here, then it went up. Okay, it went up, maybe a little bit down. Okay, up, then this is when you finally see the trend, start drawing your trend lines. Came down here, touch this trend line, went up like this, touched this one, came down again, maybe went up, come down here to retest that same level before it went up. Okay, like this, then came below, then maybe went up again, maybe did this, then finally did this. So this will be your area. As you can see, this was detached 1 2 3. So once it broke above our out of a trend line, then it's above our what, our demand and supply line. That is when we start looking for what, for buying positions. This opposite is true if you are looking for selling positions. So guys, this is the method that I have for you. So guys, make sure you support the channel by subscribing, liking and commenting below. So as time goes on, this method are going to be refined. I'm going to be going through again on this method, maybe introducing some new things, some new quirks, making sure that this method there is efficient as they can be, as we are implementing them on our day-to-day strategies. Guys, trading is very risky, but apply this method. I think if you're using this method, guys, you actually eliminate a little bit of that risk. I think with proper risk management, this method can help you guys in growing your accounts, growing your trading journey. So this is what I have for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. So catch you in the next one.